Yep.
Good job. Comment.
And academic social studies, especially women of color. I'm deeply sad. MD or MRS MD. Somehow we're feeling, right, we don't fight, more hair, more things. I think Jackie, she's the elder of the group, she's wise. We got resolution in a manner where it is becoming. I mean, she can get a little boring and she can get real much stuff not you like, but I think it's for the cause. It should be a group of women who are mature enough that we can have a difference of opinion and express it where it's not belittling or disrespectful to them. I agree. How are you? I totally agree. I think that some of the stuff that went on should not have taken place. I think I'm the abnormal one. I feel good. I always go to when I talk. always feel good when I talk to you. She's so uplifting. She's coming. She has on here. She has on here. Good work. Check your email. Now it's all where I think she's like every Friday. So I'm not so every email. I was meditating at me on her birthday. It just doesn't sit well with me at all. What do you think was that? Toya, let's start there. You know, I've been knowing her for a while, and I'm not making excuses for her, but she doesn't even realize sometimes she's being rude. Playing off the way she was raised, but she'll make her out. And they're great people. She's not exactly to her. Treacherous too. Immigrants. Dangerous. But what I need to work on as a wife, as a physician's wife, is keeping your cool. I tell Clark she shouldn't allow anybody to push her buttons. And I think people in Toya will push and push and push as much as they can. I'm just confused as to who she thinks she is. She doesn't have a camera or jail cell. She won't get on camera to keep. And that's what you're gonna do. I'm sorry not to be what I want to focus. I'm trying real hard. In this, you definitely learn to fend for yourself. You learn to protect yourself. You learn that if somebody comes for you, you get them before they can get you. But I mean, she was a simple cheater. Do you understand that? Because you could be nothing else but simple and you're worried about somebody else's business. So, get back that. But you don't want these. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I don't think either one was that bad. How can we done that nice part? She too is treacherous, just like her good friend Toya. Treacherous, scary, treacherous Toya. All at the same time. Birds of a feather flock together.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
What's happening?
Same old soup, just reheated, served in a different dish.
Say, man. Okay, bro.
Phoenix, check out the background. This is where all the magic happens, right there.
I see. Get to my camera so I can get it on, get it on.
Damn, I got tight eyes. What
Oh,
the eyes?
boy. Because you be on that killer.
Nah.
Bro, you cold like that? We cold today? That's what we doing?
Already. Go ahead, Dr. B. I see you. She don't want to show her dirty bedroom. She don't want to show her dirty bedroom.
Oh, it's all good.
Oh.
Do.
No.
Yeah, I'm in that mood tonight.
No.
I'm in that mood.
Where you gonna put some baby oil on yourself?
Oh, no, I ain't gonna do all that. North tonight. Maybe tomorrow.
Tiff, smile.
Say she don't want
Smile,
to.
Tiff, you look too serious.
Say what?
You look too serious.
You look
Smile.
serious. Like you ready to fight somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Who did
Maybe
it?
I will.
I mean,
like
look,
someone
bitch, I don't get walk in.
You look like someone that got up in the middle of the church announcements and walked out of church.
Maybe maybe I want to beat somebody up.
Oh, okay. Question is, how you trying to beat them up? That's the question.
I'm not using my hands for sure.
Well, praise God and hallelujah for the Lamb. Just know y'all all on live like right now. Yeah, we live right now.
I'm in the office.
Y'all like your little photo? Y'all like your little photo we got?
That's why I'm on mute. That's why my phone, my stuff is
I
on
just
mute.
want to know why.
Are we waiting on see Karen? Or he not coming?
He didn't say he wasn't coming.
Oh, okay.
You so pretty, Bree. You so pretty.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. What you drinking? Wait a
What
minute.
you drinking?
Water. Water.
There ain't no water.
This is water too. It's clear.
I do 64, 64, 64. 64 ounces, 64 squats, 64 crunches.
Mm.
Come on. Crunch.
Yeah.
I do 64. I do 64 bites when I eat. That's my 64. I make sure I choose 64 bites of food.
This is something new I'm trying.
How you though?
Like Zoom?
My last boxing class, I felt like I was having a stroke.
Oh, okay. I don't know what Caesar Leo is. I went ahead and went live so everybody can see us now. What's up, everybody? Hope y'all
What's
see
up?
us good.
What's up, people?
I went ahead and changed that title.
Okay, that's cool. I ain't sure.
I would say I am having
I didn't know what to call it.
today.
Yeah, this is kind of like the venting session that I wanted to have.
Oh, that's what I figured.
Catfish.
I'm just sick of people.
I am too, Bree.
This is too much.
What's going on? What's going on?
I
We're
think
gonna
folks
talk
talk
about
too much.
We're gonna
Look
talk
at here, look at here, look at here, look at here.
Venting
Oh boy, look at here, look at here, look at here.
This is the venting session?
we can do that too.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh, come on, let's get it in. Let's get it in. We're gonna do this real quick.
I just got off
They can
work.
just join us. Oh, did you?
I just got off work.
It's all right. I mean, you got that work. You got some of that work smell on you.
Your job don't stop.
Never. Actually,
Don't
I'm
stop,
on
don't stop.
an emergency call right now while you playing. That's why I'm in the office.
Already. All right, so here we go. Then Father, come to an end, Lord, we thank you for this time. Thank you for this time in this day that was not actually promised to us, Lord. We thank you for giving us the strength and the energy to get through today, Lord. We know you were the promise that was not that we did not know about as we woke up today. But however, you did not make our bed our cooling post. Lord, we come to you right now just to ask you to take your finger, put it in the middle of our conversation, and let you be shine in every other way. Lord, bless those who are going to and from, those who are joining in to watch. Bless them in the way that you know that they are needing you to bless them. We ask you to go in the front of us and already bless the show and to let us bring good content and good context to our audience, Lord. Lord, we thank you. We love you. We ask all these things in your son's name. We pray. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go.
From your lips to God's ears.
I love that picture. That picture is
Can
Yeah,
you
yeah.
smile for me, please?
Oh, yeah, I can hear it. All right, here we go. I don't want to do that.
Join the conversation with the irrational speaker.
Can I say one little more thing?
What you got to say this time? It's the full 180.
It's the full 180.
Yep, and it is the full 180. We in here, man. The Monday edition. You know how we get down. It's time to bring you another great topic that you've been waiting on. Something raw, uncut, something that's been on your mind. You just ain't had.
Can't hear you, Greg.
Yeah, can't hear you, dude.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm in it. That's just what's going on. So once again, welcome to the great edition of the full 180. The family's in the building. Lucky Roy, Dr. B, none other than Tiffany E, aka Miss Casey Estelle, and C Murder is somewhere in his element being C Murder. Put your hand on the booty. Y'all know how he do it. What's up, boy? Wherever you at, come holler at us. If not, man, we'll see you later. Look, already cheers to you. I see you, Lucky Roy. Man, look, it is time for another edition of the Full 180 Convo. If you have not been watching the shows, look, this is your first time. First, let us say thank you for being a part of it. As y'all see, we got our new photo up in there. Y'all see that? Boy, look. That's a cash right there. You ain't never seen nobody like that.
That's the money shot.
That's the money side.
Why you got
Where
the
the
big
money
people
reside.
on?
Where the money
Where the
reside.
money reside.
Yeah, man. So we got a chance to do a little cool photo shoot. So we know, we just, like I said, God is taking this up to a new level every chance that He gets. So we're along for the ride. Without further ado, man, look, I know she's not here, so well, she is here. I'm sorry, and we can't do it without her doing her announcements. Yo, lady, our first lady. Hey, ladies, let's go.
Ladies.
Can you hear that, first lady?
Yes, I can hear it.
All right, girl. Come
I
on,
was
yo
ready to
soul.
come in.
Yo soul. None other than our girl, Miss Casey Estelle.
Well, hello, Zoom land, 4180 land, Miss Lucky Roy, Dr. D, DJ Tricky Legends is on Zoom, and we're ready to give y'all some good content. Might be a little juicy tonight, but let's go on and get into these church announcements so we can get right into what we're going to talk about. We have our sponsorship program that is still $50 weekly, and it is $150 monthly. And for those that want to be private investors, you can email us at the418convo@gmail.com. Again, it's the 418convo@gmail.com. We also have the Juneteenth celebration that's coming up on June the 19th that we're still very, very super excited about. It will start at 10 a.m. and will and at 8 p.m. down in Fair Park. And we will have a lot of good things going on. It's going to be hair show, health and wellness. It's going to be us doing a live show. It's going to be vendors. It's going to be food. It's going to be everything that you can imagine. And it is for the community. So please come out on June 19th down at Fair Park from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And our session is going to be between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. So we have 3 hours to get it all done. And we will make sure that you will be excited about being there. And it is thrown to you by Daryl Blair with Elite News. So again, we are very excited. We also have DJ Legends. He's not on, but we're going to promote him because he's our brother. He will be DJing on the ones and twos for on the 17th of July. So we got a little ways, but it's still, these days and these months are flying by. So on July the 17th, he will be on the ones and twos. And if you attend, the attire is 70s, 80s, and 90s. I think I'm going to do 70s or 90s. I really didn't like that 80s style, but okay, whatever. Then we have our very own DJ Tricky, who is going to be on the ones and twos a few places. He's going to be this Friday at Dat Damn Daiquiri between 7 and 10 for karaoke. He will also be at Harlow on May the 23rd between 3 and 10. Again at Harlow for Sunday Fun Day. So come out and support. We definitely do. So we want to have you come on out and support as well. We also have the DFW Small Business Expo on May the 29th between 11 and 6 with Antoine White there in Louisville at the Music City Mall. So come out and support him. Some good people are out there with some very good things to purchase. Bree, you might want to get out there one day, girl.
I'm trying. That's a drive. I'm gonna try to get
it. Hey, I done been out there a few times, girl. Get yourself out there. I done made it. You can make it.
You know, I'm from the
matter of fact, come pick me up so we can go.
Okay, that's it.
And then last but not least, we have Hey Ladies every Saturday at 11 o'clock via Zoom with very good content. Y'all's getting a little juice. We're going to talk about church folk. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything. So please join me for Hey Ladies at 11 o'clock via Zoom on Saturdays. And this Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, it is the 7th session. So it's been going by pretty quickly. So again, Hey Ladies, 11 o'clock via Zoom on Saturdays. And if I think I'm complete on the church announcement. So everyone, please govern yourselves
accordingly. I need to publicly apologize first, lady. Hey, ladies. I clearly logged in and a client showed up an hour late in crisis.
Oh.
You just need to log in and say hi and bye. Did you see me say hi, then bye?
Well, actually, what I heard you was speaking Spanish. Yes. I didn't know what was going on.
Yes.
Oh, I was like, okay. And I was going, I'm Christina, please mute your mic. Please mute your mic.
Okay, see, this is what it is. I am the only Spanish-speaking certified marriage counselor apparently in this area. And so they came from Lancaster to Sunnyvale.
Oh, okay.
I had to see them.
You had a nice little drive.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Te hablo en español.
I know.
Didn't know you heard me.
You get an extra. Look, she knows it's right. Everybody else is just like poquito.
Muy poquito.
Right.
Imagine their face when they showed up in the office.
Who are you?
Imagine their face when they showed up in the office.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like,
Miss Bree, you in charge of the topic today, lady.
Come on, Miss Bree.
I'm going to put these on right now.
Put your hater blockers on.
Because we speaking Bree language
What we
tonight.
talking about today? What we talking about?
I am so sick of these people on social media and these misrepresentations. Our topic is catfishing and high capping. Misrepresentations on social media. I am always in somebody's debate about something. And it's funny to me. I love it. I enjoy the conversation. But they tend to just not know how to read me. So I'm just like, well, why you post something and don't want nobody to respond?
Speak.
So that's our topic today. So let me just y'all, we already know what catfishing is, but I'll go ahead and put out the definition. Is the process of luring someone into a relationship by the means of a fictional online persona. Okay. And so high capping, now see that term was kind of popular when I was a little younger. I'm 37 right now. So that I was using that probably like, yeah, I'm sorry, I did just say my age, but
you still feel like Similac.
You know what? See, I ain't, y'all don't do me like that. Y'all know, I know I'm the baby, but I'm still gangster. But but yeah, I think I was using that term probably back in like middle school or, high school or whatever. So high capping from the Urban Dictionary. And we do it all the time because I don't really know we doing it. Yeah, we had to go to the Urban Dictionary because it's not in the real dictionary,
It's funny because I looked it up earlier.
Yeah. So high capping is lying to the third degree. Like nothing you say is real. Okay. So the reason why I brought that up is because I'm on Facebook. I don't get on Facebook often. Like I don't watch TV. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm one of those people that I wait for a show to be done and then I'll binge watch it. I don't watch TV. So my entertainment comes from Facebook and Instagram. And so I'm on Facebook quite often, and I see these posts, and we kind of talked about this on our last show, but I always see these posts about how, you have a man posting something about a woman, and you have a woman posting something about a man, particularly in the Black community. And so one guy, he posted something like, a man isn't loved unless he has a lot of money. And I said, I was just like, I was so, if I don't know what I was thinking about or why I responded the way I did, but I was like, dang, that sounds like a broke boy comment. Cause it's like, why you gotta put that out there like that? You know what I mean? Unless you a broke boy, like you and your feelings, you mad because somebody don't want to be with you because you broke? Like that sounds like a broke boy comment. And so the comment I got back was, actually, unfortunately, I'm not broke. I'm in the Virgin Islands spending $5,000. Again, that's
you
still
gotta say
like,
you gotta say the amount. You got money.
Well, I'm not impressed, sir. I'm not impressed because to me, I feel like you're high capping. So that's why I got there. I'm like, I just had to talk about this because I see this up and down Facebook all the time, and it just drives me insane. Why is it that our people always have to get on here and talk about how much money they spending and all that other stuff? Okay, I will barring. I did go in there and, I was excited that I brought a brand new car, but I didn't get on there talking about how much money I spent. It wasn't about the type of car I got. I was just excited to have an accomplishment. I haven't had a new car in over 10 years. So I was excited.
Yeah.
So, that's different from going on there, posting all your money and having the $100 bill phone, the money phone. Like that's totally different.
Yeah.
So I just had to bring this up. People on there all day long, they put out these posts and make it try to seem like they're way more than what they are. And it just bothers me. I don't see that in a whole lot of different races other than our people. And why?
Our capping occurs a lot in the Hispanic community.
Does it? But it ain't on social media.
No, because, pero mami, yo tengo 3 casas, I got 3 horses.
Here she go.
I got a house in the DF. Come on,
but
mama.
They don't
take you out and buy you all the kind of drinks you want. What you want?
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's not on social media. Like I have a lot of different friends from different cultural backgrounds. You know what I mean? Unless they're promoting a business or like a network marketing business, they might promote, I'm out on trips. Let me show you how, all this stuff. But just to be on there saying, oh, I'm spending all this money. I took my girl to Vegas and I spent $10,000. Dude, like that don't make sense to me. But how long you been with your girl? 30 years? Y'all still not married and you spending $10,000 on Vegas?
Well, actually, he said he spent his life savings.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
You must have got your income taxes. Like
he got that PPP loan. He got that PPP loan. He came through.
Look, and you finna go to jail because they're cracking down on it.
Man, especially that PPP. One dude about to get it. I seen that on the news.
You get great. These people
about to do that about the Ferrari and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
so. Well, go ahead, bring it on.
I was gonna say everything done in dark comes to light. It just does. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you out there, especially when it comes to like dating and stuff like that, you can put that out as long all you want. But within them 90 days, it's gonna come out, whether you want it to come out or not. Yeah. So why do it?
Yeah.
So do you think we abuse social media for what is useful? Well, let me back up. What do y'all think social media was actually made for?
I think social media was originally started for people who had problems keeping in touch with each other. Right. My co-host, do you agree with me, co-host? Yeah.
KC? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It originally started, I think, at least like, because I know it was started by, in college, they wanted to stay in touch with one another. It was a way to network, business connections. I know this person here, I know this person there. So rather than, phone numbers and business cards and you lose things like that, just open up a Facebook. I think that's where it started. But I know this, I can tell you social media has actually started causing mental problems because people will actually go on social media, scroll through all these people high capping and stuff, and get depressed, thinking that's reality.
Right. And y'all have to excuse my dog. She having some nightmares over there. If you hear them moaning in the background.
Hold your dog.
So no, she too big for all that. She bigger than me. But I think I do agree with that. When originally the whole like MySpace and all that stuff, it was just a way to connect with people. And then it's just like you have a lot of people that sit at home, and I sit on was it Dr. Phil and stuff all the time. Well, they sit at home and they prey on people. We had one lady trying to she's acting like she's a surrogate, taking people's money, getting all their hopes up and stuff, and then there's really no baby. Or, you have the whole dating thing. You got a whole show called Catfish. I'm not trying to, promote anything or nothing like that. But you got a whole show dedicated to stuff like that. People sitting at home and having these whole personas and ideals. And, they putting all this stuff out here and it's not reality. And some people, mental health wise, get caught up in this stuff. And they just don't know how to get out. Just recently, this lady got busted on Instagram posing as a high school kid.
Yep.
And it's just like, yeah.
You have, it brings out it's because you can do and be whatever you want with no accountability.
Right.
Who's gonna find you?
Think about this last so-called president.
So this is my thing as far as social media is concerned. I don't even think it's social media. I think it's the use of social media. It's like we've all said, the perception of what people want you to think they're doing, what they have. That's why you don't see me post a lot, because it's nobody's business what I do, how I do it, when I do it, and who I do it with. And then a lot of people feel like because you don't post, you don't have anything going on. I would prefer you not think I have anything going on so you can stay out of my business. Number one. Number two, I like moving in silence so you don't know my business. I just like to kind of hit you with the boom and then you see what's going on.
So ninja first lady.
Again, for me, I think it's the misuse of social media that causes the drama between relationships. I've seen men and women go on there and literally dog their significant other on social media. And then you're mad when a chick is in his DMs. You don't get to be mad when somebody in his DMs because you just said no good for nothing, something to something. Now she gonna find out if he is. So now you just spark some interest because you done said he's such and such. Girls and boys, America, grown men and grown women. Please stay off of social media with your business. Everybody don't need to know what you're doing.
It is not a therapy session.
It is not.
You need therapy. Go to a therapist.
I'm not doing all that.
It's like that, Dr. Roy. Like that.
It is funny because you have some people, at 1 minute they're just like this person, she just posted something about, do things quietly. They already don't like you. Your family, people are watching you. And even though they're not commenting on your posts, they still look up to you and all that. But then on the other hand, that same person will go back and start posting, different things and dogging people out, or, you know what I mean? Like that. But I mean, me personally, like when I first got on social media, I was really big on social media. Like I put a lot of things out there, even my children. But after a while, and I started realizing, like, people can steal your pictures off of there.
Yes.
They can, know your business. You put your kid on there with their school uniform on. You don't know if somebody might go show up at your kid's school to find them, and they know their name, they know their birthday, all that kind of stuff. So, social media is like you say, it's the misuse of social media. People are taking it, my personal opinion, people just take that, I have to censor myself. They just take it too serious. Like it's Facebook, it's Instagram. Like if you want to have a real conversation with me, we can meet up somewhere. Like it's a girl. I mean, I'm saying that, but it's a lady my age, grew up with her, who is her and another person got into it, and they were like planning trips to come together and fight. Like, you're dang near 40, both of y'all. Yeah. I mean, you look like you in shape, but I mean, still everything ain't like what it used to be when we was in high school. Come on.
Listen.
We got so many things, so many other things to do.
I'm gonna need you to find business if you gotta make an appointment on Facebook to fight, and y'all using, the Google Maps to figure out where y'all go meet up.
And look, I'm too cute to fight. I ain't fighting.
Who is doing that? Boy, look, y'all talking about stuff I don't know nothing about. Google Maps so we can fight.
Yes. And then you got people instigating on there, talk about, I'm coming, I'm about to bring popcorn. Like, come on, all y'all too old for this. All of y'all. Because first person swing and fall, something gonna break. Come on, we almost 40.
And then you're gonna be on social media because we're going to videotape.
Yes.
Yeah.
World Star. I mean, I'm not saying
That's it.
I will say this. There was being an educator, former educator, Dr. B backed me up on this. Catfishing affects our kids and social media. Our kids, this generation is obsessed with social media. So much so they dedicate whole pages to what they either want to appear to be or fake ages. That's how these dudes are getting caught up. Or even in addition, they have fight pages. We got whole social pages where the school, you just Google school's name and the school's not fixing to pop up. You fixing to see a fight page. And it's just scary because it's too much. And it's like the kids that I'm starting to see in my practice have no real identity because their whole identity is based on a filter. My hair got to look like this. I got to this way. I got to make this look this way. I did a slimming effect. I did this. And you can make up this whole fake life and they're living this, but they start living it from middle school. And they're just going and going and going and going. And so, the whole catfishing thing, we got some really crazy people, but it's being bred and birthed in social media. And if you want to watch something that'll educate you, watch Netflix, the social
experiment?
Yeah, the social experiment, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then also the other show, it's a show, The Core, what is it? I have to look it up. But The Circle. It's
yeah.
You decide if you're gonna be yourself or you decide to be somebody else and catfish. And none of them can see you. All you're doing is texting back and forth, and then they have to figure out if you're real or not.
Exactly.
So it's a game. It's a game. That's what's so crazy to me.
That is dangerous.
Yeah,
it's a game. You playing with somebody's feelings, and not everybody is as level as you might be. So like on the show Catfish, I mean, there are people that have resulted in like physical violence, lawsuits, all kinds of stuff because you're playing with someone's emotion. And not only that, there are people who have been catfished thinking that they're talking to a straight person or a person of the opposite sex. And in reality, they're talking to someone who hasn't dealt with their own issues and they're of the same sex.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. With that being said, to go inside, if you just tuned in, I'll let Bree get a topic, but I'm going to say the misrepresentations of social media is what we're talking about. So with that being said, and shout out to Miss Edwards. Miss Edwards say Hispanics cap too. They just do it. They just do it in person. I said, okay, cool.
Be real.
Come on.
Right. But with that being said, so let's take it a little bit further. We're talking about social media, Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. So let's take it, since we're in the pandemic, we couldn't see each other. So what about the misuse of these social sites, dating?
Oh man, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's like the whole thing of it is you don't have no balls. You don't have the courage to really get out there and be yourself, which I've done online dating, and I've taken the pictures from the head and from the facial pictures and not the body pics. I mean, it was years ago, but I did it. You know what I'm saying? Now it turns out that I still am really good friends with a few people that I did meet, guys that I did meet. I wouldn't say friends, but we are still in touch. We cool, it's nothing, it was no issues. But you do have some times where, people just, it's just fake. It's just like, you already, when you go on a date for the first time, you already going to put on a persona anyway.
Right.
So now you done built this whole social media thing. You done built this whole dating app thing. And then somebody's still going to find out that either you humbled yourself or you trash and you made yourself more than what you are.
But could it be sometimes people are, because some people say I'm shy, or they'll say that it's hard to meet. Like I know one of my business partners, he states to me all the time, it is very hard to meet women here where we live. We live in Texas. But it's very hard to meet women, like to even approach them, to have conversation, to get to know them, the whole nine. So some people use it. Do you think if they're doing it for that, that's a misuse or a misrepresentation?
No, absolutely not. As long as you're putting the truth out there, because it's funny because I was actually watching a show about doctors, and one of the doctors had mentioned, dating and how difficult it is because they are such in demand, and either they have to date somebody in the fields or not date at all, or or date and not find anybody to be with, long term. And so they have these dating sites for other doctors. And it was just like, if it's something that's just genuine, like you really don't have the time, but you want somebody who can understand your struggles, know what you're going through, can understand your sacrifice, and then no, it's nothing wrong with that. But it's the other stuff when Cardi B, prior to her making fame, and you out there talking about you a multi-millionaire and you making all this money trying to date another millionaire, that's something totally different.
Well, and I'm glad social media's kind of steered its way to a little bit of truth, because now you can get on pages that are what it is that you're looking for. I mean, fun fact, we met on a plus size for plus size because prior to that, there wasn't a filter. And what you would have is girls taking pictures from different angles, guys taking pictures from different angles, or people taking pictures that are 10 years old. I'll never forget the third or fourth conversation that I had with my husband, because I met him on that site. He was like, send me a full body pic, but he didn't mean anything sexual by it. He just really wanted to see if I was false advertising. And I didn't even false him that. And it's so much so to the point on our first date, when he showed up, we both looked at each other like, we're looking at the picture and we look at, okay, you match, so we can, continue to date. But yeah, but now there's Tinder, there's Bumble, there's, Grindr. There are apps now that are out there for what you're looking for, so you don't get catfished. If you out there just for having sex, then you need to be on Tinder or Bumble. If you out there looking for gay sex with no strings, you can find that on Grindr. If you out there looking for, plus size, there are BBW sites. There are BBM sites too. There are all kinds of sites, but it's sad that the reason why that happened is because so many people, create whole like a year-long relationship for some madness. Like people in a relationship online for 2 and 3 years, dudes sending $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. They done sent engagement rings and all kinds of stuff.
What about the lady who swear up and down she was dating Tyler Perry because somebody was on there text messaging her posing as Tyler Perry?
Yep.
And she never spoke to him. She just believed it was him, and she was sending him money and all kind of stuff. I'm like, baby, Tyler Perry,
like Tyler Perry needs your money.
For real.
I've never agreed with the whole what I want to say. Oh, when you said something about the send me a full body pic. For what? Which one I'm sending you a pic for?
Well, he wanted a pic because he wanted to see was I.
but what for? See, if I'm trying to get to know you,
site, he was looking for
but
a
still,
girl, but he didn't want to truck. He didn't want to
still.
You want what you looking for, and if you looking for a plus size, you want to make sure she plus size.
Right, and then plus size in the right way.
But at least he was real with it, though. At least he didn't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was just
I
like,
agree.
this is what I want.
But I still say it was a misuse. He used it for the wrong thing. If you out here trying to find someone, it got to come to a point in time where you're not shallow and you have grown and you learn that the internal of a woman is more beautiful than the external. Because you can be fine all day, but if you trash and rotten on the inside, that's all I'm seeing is just makeup.
That's just a type, though. You can be big and fine, skinny and fine, anorexic and fine to somebody. It's just your preference.
Anorexic.
So
I feel like it was.
You
going to hell? You going to hell on a hot plane?
No,
the jet is ready.
No, I feel like it's transparency because I do not like skinny guys. I'm sorry. I was so tired of dudes 5'2" look like I need to feed them 5 more times on a date before on the third date. So I can't roll over on you and kill you. So I got tired of them fake profiles that make you look like Billy D when you look like you got a vitamin D deficiency. So I chose and not only my husband, but we went into that site looking, I want a big boy, he want a big girl. We want to make sure we getting what we pay for. If we going out on a date, we gonna make sure we get the beef. I didn't want the bones. I wanted a brother. And I got
education.
And I wasn't mad at him because he said, send a full body pic. I said, I need a full body pic too. And I need to know, does your belly stick out more than other things? Because that
and on top of that, why they talk about, I just want to see how it goes. That's fine. But guess what? I'm finna talk to you, and I'm finna talk to him, and I'm finna talk to him too. And then we're gonna see how that goes. And then we'll see where it goes.
But you know what? I'll send you a full body pic, but trust and believe you're gonna send one first with your face on it.
So if you just now joined in, as Lucky Roy then gave us the whole rundown about the misrepresentation of social media. People, you use the misuse of dating sites, the misuse of social media to either promote your business, things of that nature. Maybe you're telling too much to the world about what you're doing. In reference to that, we're talking about as well as high capping. Like, so you see a lot of. I laugh all the time when I see rappers in the studios with a whole lot of money. To me, I feel like, okay, well, you really broke, because if you got all the money with you, I mean, your money ain't making money. And the object is to make the money and let your money make money for you. I think a lot of people are not educated in social media. So when we was talking about this, I looked up some misuses that, and it don't really, it don't really go into a lot of depth of misuse social media. It talks about sexual predators. That's one. It talks about cyberbullying. They have and it's another one I like. It says loss of social skills, and I want to pin that one because I think personally, since we've had to learn to text and I can hit you on this app and on this app, we have lost the authenticity of what a conversation truly is. It's like now I can send you an email and say everything I want to say. But then once I read it, and if I read it and I misinterpret it, now we got a whole problem because I'm mad or what you said is how I took it wasn't the how you were presenting it. But I can only go by with what you say. So what do y'all think about that? Have we just really lost our social skills? I'm gonna start with KC.
Yes, we have.
I think we have to a degree, depending on the age you are. I am a texter. Now I will text if it's something I just need a really quick answer about. But if I need to have a conversation, we talking. That's just me. But I feel like even in the younger generation, more so than our ages, they just don't communicate at all, other than text, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. I'm not saying all, I'm saying some of them. But then we got some old fools out here that think it's okay to just text as well. But to answer the question, yes, I feel like socially we have become stagnant, lack of better words, because we think it's faster, we think it's easier, and I feel like a lot have come from being misconstrued. It's easy to it's easy to read a text and say, "What the hell she say? What the hell you say?" Because see, I'm the one. I'm not gonna respond in the text. I'm gonna call you. Not gonna do it. I just want to make sure your tone was a little, because I felt a tone. Absolutely, right here was sound a little smart. So I wanted to make sure that it wasn't. And then no, okay. Because I do that with my drivers. So my drivers get real smart with me, do text message. And see, I was always told by my grandmother, if you don't want it in black and white, don't say it. Don't write it down. Don't type it. Don't text it. Don't nothing.
My mama too.
I said, okay. Wisdom. You hear me? So when they get smart, I call them, hey, what's going on? What's happening? Oh, no, it wasn't like that. Because see, 9 times out of 10, you get those people that get to hide behind the keyboard or the phone. So they do a lot of this and get real jazzy until they come across the ones like me who's going to call them, and all that changes. No, I didn't mean it like that. Oh, okay, well then that's going to have a good rest of your day. And in the back of my head, I'm like, you meant it like that. You just didn't think I was going to call you. Oh, really? I'm going to call this face.
And see, I'm the type of person, I'm a writer. So I'm going to send you a whole novel by text, by email, or whatever. Then I'm going to come into your office and make sure you received it. And then we can have a conversation. Because see, I'm going to have to put it down on paper so that I can make sure I go back and proofread it to make sure it say exactly what I wanted to say with the attitude I needed to say it in. And then I'm going to come back around and we're going to talk about it so you can understand the context and when I wrote it.
Okay, so this is the thing for me with that. This is the thing with me with that whole writing thing. So when let's say I misconstrued it. If I start texting, that whole text and email gonna sound like I have complete ebonics. I never went to school because I'm See, and I'm not going back and proofreading it. I'm just gonna hit send. So I'm like, you know what? Let them hear my voice say, "Hey, let's get some clarity." And what's my favorite? How I get an understanding.
Yes,
and I need you to understand that I know that you was being slick, but I want you to understand not her. So for me, I just know me. If I write it down, if I get to typing, I'm not even gonna know what the hell to say.
I'm just a professional gangster. I'm just a professional gangster, and I want you to
professional gangster.
I want you to print out the email so when we come to a meeting, we can talk about it, and I can tell you line for line what I meant, what I said.
Wow. Well, I got a whole section of therapy practice behind this because kids.
Well, give us both sides.
Kids nowadays don't know how to talk to each other. They don't know how to talk to parents. They don't know how to talk to their relationships are so shallow, they lack depth, they're unable, and they end up getting what's called, it's actually a disorder. They're developing generalized socialized anxiety disorder due to social media overexposure. Basically, been so used to communicating behind a screen that when they are faced with having to communicate in person, they shut down. And COVID made it 10 times worse because
I was about to say that.
I have right now probably about 12 kiddos that I'm working with, all between the ages of 13 and 16, and all of them have some form of severe anxiety to where they don't want to go to school anymore in person. They're dreading having to go back to school because it was so easy to communicate and be who they wanted to be behind a screen that they don't know how to interact with others. There's no such thing as a conversation. There's no such thing as I'm talking to you, looking in the eye. It's almost like another form of autism, but it's developed within social context. It's very strange. You'll see, all you gotta do is just walk through a middle school and you'll see it empty now. But then get on social media and it's popping. But if you take that away, if you think I'm lying, take a teenager's phone away. Watch them have a nervous breakdown. I've had 5 kids get because their parents took the phone. They want to kill themselves. Promise.
Off a cell phone?
And it has happened. It has happened. It not too long ago. Well, probably when COVID first happened, probably like months after everything shut down. There was a dad that went on and talked about how his son was so upset behind a video game that he had broken his video game. He killed himself because he felt. Not only did he feel disconnected, he felt isolated, and he also felt the pressure of he thought his parents were going to get onto him to the point where he just didn't want to deal with it. He just ended it. And that's a sad part about it. And that's, on the more serious side of the conversation, that's why I think it's very important for people to still have face-to-face conversations, especially, being in as much as we had this post on Facebook earlier talking about, is anybody ready to quit the profession? I've been ready to quit since I started teaching 12 years ago. I ain't going nowhere. So I constantly have to tell my children, my kids, my students, character is built on those things that we do despite our fears. Now, right. I ain't talking about like Miss Estelle got up there and did that karaoke on Friday.
Man, did it well too, didn't she?
And then
Come on, Jill Scott.
Yeah, that talk, see, that talk too much.
Did I let it roll? I got it on video. I got you.
I was too scared to do it, but on a different note though, like I really have a problem with public speaking. And believe it or not, I don't like to speak to people. I don't like to, I really am not a person. If I pass a person, most of the time, if I speak to you first, it's because I'm trying to avoid a panic. If I don't speak to you first, it's because I'm really not a social person. Like I prefer people to talk to me and make eye contact with me first. Believe it or not. And so when I talk to the children, I have to let them know, like, sometimes you have to get out of that fear to conquer it and to be used to it, to create a whole different, to cultivate a whole different side of yourself. And you know what I mean? And so that's a soft skill that I feel like has been, what's the word? A soft skill that has decreased over the years because of social media. With me having my kids at home, I have to constantly, hey, let's put the phones away. Let's go do something. Let's, if we're on the phone, let's play a game together on the phone. Let's make it, if we're going to be on the phone, let's do something together because they're missing that.
Yeah.
So if you just tuned in, we're talking about the mispresentation of social media. Individuals getting out here saying, oh, I'm at the beach and you outside in your backyard, got your feet in the sand. You're saying your relationship with your man is all this, but he not even at home no more. He's staying with the other chick, but you all happy and you putting on a front.
You cropping her out of putting yourself in.
Right. So I mean, and and we just talk. So with that being said, so I want to go a little bit further with it. But we did say the loss of social skills. So my problem, or what I think is, I blame some of this on us adults, because when you got your mama and your daddy taking, butt naked shots or all on Instagram, posting a nice little body, or now your mama doing TikTok. I know we was bored during the pandemic, but and I'm all about having fun. Don't get me wrong. I did a TikTok. You probably won't ever see it, but I did a TikTok just to be doing something. It was something we was all in the houses having a good time, and I did it. Kicking it with kids. But it should be a line. And what I mean by that is, like, even for me and my, people always talking about, man, you and your mama had these conversations. Understand there's still a line that I cannot cross with her, that I choose not to cross with her. Yeah. But I think grown-ups are perpetuating this type of behavior, and then you can't get on your kid about it because you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Both of y'all at the club taking pictures. Now, why? Let me tell y'all something. America, the whole United States. If you see me in a club with my mama, I'm DJing. That's the only reason why you see me.
Yeah.
But other than that, oh no, my brother. Now my T-zone cool, and my ain't Pat. Now my ain't Pat real cool. But all that trying to go out and kick it, and we not doing. Just take some selfies, mama. I'm not doing that. So what y'all think about that? Are we the cause of some of these kids not actually? So I guess my thing is, are we the cause of the effect?
I think look, I'm gonna tell you what. The first time my kid goes to a club, of course I'm gonna be there. It's just for her, for the experience. Now we not gonna be dressing, having our chi-chis all out and our booties all out. We not posing, we not doing prison posing.
Y'all not gonna twerk?
No, we're not twerking.
No mother-daughter twerking?
She not a twerker and I'm not a twerker either. We just
I can't stand Roy.
And it's just, if we do that, it's not gonna be no strip club. It's just gonna be, it probably be somewhere where you DJing, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be chill just for the experience, you know what I mean? But right. we not doing all that who can you tell which one the mama type of deal. We not doing that.
Okay, I got a confession. Now, anybody who's seen my child knows that she's upset with me because she did not acquire my assets. And when they put mother-daughter body, telling, we didn't post it because I outbodied her, and she.
You outbodied her.
Nisi,
because she
can't move. Nisi, I need that video. I need that video, Nisi.
Look, I'm like you.
Because I just been standing in line getting body outed before it was a dance, just something to do that muscle work.
Sometimes I had to remind the babies, that's how you got here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes. She is that she did not, that I can out body outie. She said, I don't care, Mom. We're not posting it.
I mean, I think it's fun, but I think sometimes we just, and then like on Instagram, it's just, she's a very good looking young lady. But I mean, it's like, she an older lady. She gotta be like maybe, I don't know, maybe 45, 46. Nice body. But I mean, she post. Steven, get out your feelings. Post.
You said if it was older.
No, it's the way you said it. What you take, all that in your throat, all that in your throat. All that in your throat. Right. But yeah, I mean, when she posts faithfully, and I mean, like, at first it was like, okay, this is cool, but I mean, she up to like 200,000 people. I mean, majority of the time, she half dressed. I understand we in an era where sex sells, but it's just like we gotta put a stamp on it somewhere. Like, is there a cap on it? Do we put something on it? Do we stop? Do we keep our kids off social media? Do us as grown-ups stay off social media? Because, like that one y'all said earlier, it's instantaneous. We are a microwave community now.
To me, it's each his own. I would never, if you want to be a social media poster, all day long, by all
Social
means.
media
I
thought.
don't know how if you an adult and you work 8 hours, I don't understand how you can make 20 posts a
I
day.
mean,
I
maybe
mean,
that's
I don't know how you
maybe
got
that's how she
time,
getting her coins though. Maybe that's how she getting
you
paid.
know. So that's why I say to
Hey,
each his
OnlyFans
own.
page.
To each his own. If you want to post, go ahead and post. I was speaking basically for Tiffany. It's just some things I just think is sacred. It's things that I just think are private. And it's none of your business what goes on within the four walls of my home. But again, to each his own. If you want to post 100 times, and like Bree said, it could be that's what she's paid to do, or she's seeking to be paid to do it. So she's putting herself out there. Some men and some women do it. I've seen people just pretty much post their husband and wife. They post everything they do. Now they have YouTube channels and they're making money because they have so many followers. So again, it's to each his own. I just know in my life, like when I started, so I'm gonna say this, starting Hey Ladies was kind of a struggle for me as far as social media. And I still get fussed at by friends because I'm not a huge social media fan. I like it, I'll go on look. But if I see the first thing that's silly, I'm back off. I can't I can't deal with it too much. Like especially on Facebook, I'd be like, "Oh, that's silly." I go and log back out because it irritates me. I miss people's birthdays because
Yeah.
I couldn't deal with before the birthday there was some foolishness. I'm done. I don't feel like it because
I
I
feel
get
you. I feel you on that because it's like, sometimes I'm on there and it's just like, why are you posting this? This is something that my kid would post on social media, and you graduated before I did. Like, that's not funny. It's just like, it's silly. It's like, at what point do you decide? And maybe that's your personality. I mean, if that's your personality, it's your personality. But that's just not something that I can get with. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'll address it and just say my opinions. Sometimes I'll keep scrolling. But that brings me to another point. If you put something on social media, why
say
you
it.
ain't because somebody responded to it and you didn't like it? You put
Let's
it out
talk
there
about
for
it.
the attention and you didn't want the attention that you got. Like,
Bree,
why?
you took the words out of my mouth.
Right? Why you posting?
Crazy.
That is the most aggravating thing to me. Don't post nothing that you don't want nobody to say nothing about. Just like on our show. Don't bring none of your business if you don't want nobody to answer your questions about it. If you can't get your feelings about it. What do we say? This is raw, uncut, transparent conversation. If your business come out here, we don't understand it, then let's have a conversation about it. But you gonna get mad? Take your money home. Bye.
And I'm like, and it's Facebook. It's like, we are not in a room together. We not hanging out together. We not talking about fighting. We not talk. It's like it's just conversation, adult conversation. But because you didn't like the response you got, you want to get in your feelings and start, trying to insult people and all that stuff. And I'm just like, dude, you got a right to feel the way you feel. All of it is opinion. Nobody has the right or wrong answer when it comes to being a human. Nobody has that. It's all opinion. I don't care how many books you read and all the experts say this and the experts say that. That was still written by a person who did a study and made an interpretation. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay, it's okay to disagree. We're adults. We're not going to agree on everything. And it kills me, especially when we're talking about relationships. You're a man and you post something about what women want. And then you get mad when women tell you, no, that's not really what we want. But because of your experience or your life or whatever you went through, you want to put all women in a box. And then when somebody actually explains things to you, you get upset about it. And vice versa with women. You post something about men and all these dudes out here no good. But no, it's a lot of good men out here. Maybe it's not them, maybe it's you. And when you point it out for them, they don't want to hear that.
Yeah, because social media is the lie. It's the lie that you can love out loud, but the truth is what you're hiding from, really. And that's what it's become. It's just transformed in this, into from something I used to keep up with my friends or, network to I can be the me that I hope I want to be, but I am not in reality. It's like I'm creating my own reality. But that reality, what we don't realize is poisoning our youth. It's just trickling down and no one knows how to be authentic anymore.
Right.
I mean, when I tell you, just be you. I say all the time, and I think you can see it on the back of my thing. It says, "To thine own self be true." When you have to look yourself in the mirror, you have to look yourself in the mirror. You know you, and above all, God knows you. And I know he'd be like, "Girl, I'm about to expose you. You keep lying, boy.
You
I'm about
better
to expose you.
sat down from
Lying.
sat down.
You are if you are who you are. If you are a millionaire, you're a millionaire. Okay. If you're a thousandaire, no such thing, but you are. If you don't have a job, you don't have a job. If you're cute, if you're ugly, I mean, it just is what it is. And I think people want to stretch themselves so to the point, and I call them attention whores, and I cannot stand an attention whore. I can't stand them. I always got to be saying something. I always got to be in the mix. I always got to be in the know. I know little about everything. I'd be like, oh my God, shut up. You don't know everything. Be quiet. Please. And some people on social media, like you said, Bree, post a comment. If you're going to publicly post it, you got to expect some backlash.
And the thing is,
they may not agree.
Exactly. And you're an adult. Like, I could expect some of the temper tantrums to come from teenagers, even early teen 20s. I say even late 20s. By the time you 35, 40, older than that, like, why are you throwing a temper tantrum? Because somebody disagreed with you. And the thing is that if you're doing that on social media, I can imagine what you're doing in person. Like, I don't even know who around you.
I tend to say what you do on social media is really a representation of who you really are.
True. Absolutely. Yeah.
If you a liar, that's what you do on social media. You lie. Yeah. If you're attention whore, you do everything to get attention. If you're always trying to show people what you got versus what other people got, it's just like you really lying. You really not happy, bro. But I mean, that's fine. Now I know some people that post, they are happy, what they're doing in their lives and things of that nature. So I mean, that's cool. But I mean, I guess my thing is, all my business ain't your business. Now, there's certain things I do want you to know about, but other things that's not your business. And I think that's a misconception of what social media is used for. Absolutely. People's using it to put all their business out there, but you need to understand this is why you have some people that are cheating because you put too much business on Facebook. So as KC said, that brother now that brother all in your DMs, but he just left the party with his girl.
But then you got some people that'll say, well, you don't want to put your man on Facebook because you don't want nobody to know you got a man. Because you want to be out there being a hot girl and you don't want nobody to know that you actually do have a man. So it's just like some people do that just to prove a point to people that really don't even matter.
Man, like, say that again.
How do y'all feel about when people post things? And I'm not going to say my opinion right now, but how do y'all feel about when people post themselves doing things for like homeless people? They're just like, they're videoing themselves giving people, burger meals from McDonald's or giving them money or things like that. How do y'all feel about that?
I think that's a yin and yang question. I'll say, well, this is how I'm going to present what I'm saying. It's all about where your heart is when you're doing it. If your heart's in the wrong place and you're doing this to show people, first of all, you wrong for using somebody who doesn't have anything, right, or going through a rough spot to get you some glory. Man, anyway. But if you're doing it to let people know, hey, this is where we are, like Frankie and Kiki, they on here. What's up, girls?
What's up?
Kiki, hey, what's up, girl? You need somebody to ride with you? Call your boy. Anyway, but you know, the women walking in purpose, they post to show people, hey, this is where we doing, this is where we at. If you want to contribute, come out here and help out. This and that. When I'm out with my fraternity brothers, we're posting and taking pictures because we're having a good time because we're volunteering. We just did that this Saturday at the Martin Luther King. Hello, Miss Rhonda. So I mean, it's a yin and a yang to it. I'm gonna say it depends on where your heart is when you're doing it. If your heart is definitely in the wrong place, bro, it's you gonna go to hell in a buddy pass.
I know the few times I don't like to post everything I do. Like I haven't put a post up since Mother's Day. I know I'm so bad, but the one time that I posted something I did with Women Walk with a Purpose, it was to celebrate my daughter and my daughters and what they were doing, because I feel like social media puts so many negative pictures of teenagers doing stupid stuff. I wanted to post a good example of some teenagers doing something positive.
Yes,
so you're right. Yes. It's in what light you presented. Also, shout out, thank you, Frankie. Thank you, Women Walk with a Purpose. Kayla's induction into Honor Society. I will be posting it. Yes, I will be streaming live. Baby
congratulations, Nisi.
Yes.
Good job.
They wrote a beautiful letter for her. But yes, that is one of the reasons why I will post stuff. It's not necessarily what I'm doing, and then being a Delta, I mean, we were trained.
Right.
You do this because this is you. You don't do this for the applause. So, my line sisters, my sorors, everybody, at least in my chapter, Iota Omega, Texas State University, Fall 97. Just, putting it out there. We did community service all the time without anyone knowing. And the only reason why we would post is to let people know where to go. But if you're trying to post to say, look what a good human being I am, then you really need to look back in the mirror, because you're not doing it to be a good human being. You're doing it to get that pat on the back, to get that attention, like Tiff said earlier. Because, there was some conviction and anger in your voice that I haven't heard, First Lady.
What part?
When people run you all the way high, don't they?
Yeah, because I don't. It's too much, and it's too much.
It's the new glasses, y'all. She can see better now.
Oh, hallelujah! Thank you, Lord. But it's for me, because I've seen several people do that. It's actually been done to me before, and I was just kind of like, wow, where did God get the glory with you telling me what it was and what you did and what you're about to do? I do believe it's for vainglory in some cases. That's just my opinion. I think what does it matter if you bless somebody? I've given a lot and no one knows but me and that person, because it had nothing to do with everybody. It only had everything to do with me and that person. Right. And it was something that God placed on my heart to do. So that's just what I did. But I didn't have to call all of my friends and my family and say, girl, guess what I did? Right. Or look what I did. You don't have to do that. You will get rewarded.
Yeah, I agree with that. My mom and I have an organization. I'm not going to say the name of it because it's really based off of doing things at random. It's not, the only reason why we actually named the organization and created a nonprofit is so that we can get donations to actually do the work. And when my kids were really young, I would say my oldest, she's 17 now, was probably about 10. Maybe a little bit older. We did post some things on social media, but it was more so about encouraging people to get your children out there to volunteer and let them experience those things. It was very humbling for me because it was the first time that I actually went to the shelter, and I actually was emotional because when you see kids out there screaming for the little crackers that we had and, things like that, it actually let my children see it, and seeing my children sympathize with them and interact with them without being prompted, you know, that was very special to me. And so it was, for me, my whole purpose was to encourage other people to get your children out there, train them up to you know, see those type of things, expose them to the things that they need to see so they can learn how to serve. And so like you said, it has to be about where your heart is. It was never, our whole organization has always been anonymous. We when we do things, we don't even put our name on it. The only reason why we have a name, again, is so that we can have a legit, way to get donations. I don't want to just go out and say, hey, I'm taking donations for somebody, and then they don't, people misuse those things. So we go out and we do what we do, and nobody ever hears about it. Because it's not our company or our business or organization or whatever is not important. It's the work that we do that's important.
Absolutely. And I think people should always do random things. And, there's been times, again, at dinner, seeing somebody, and I don't know if they have the money to pay for their meal or not. I would just pay for it. I tell the waiter or the waitress, don't you tell them. Just let them be surprised that it's done. and that doesn't hurt you to do that. My sister does it all the time. We've done it in front of our children. I was at Walmart and a lady looked down the side of the video, and it was the last one. And she said, oh my God, I really like that movie. So she had already rang up her stuff. I said, hey, bring this movie up, and then I'm gonna give it to you. She's like, no, you don't have to do that. And my girls knowing who I am, said, girl, she do this all the time. Take the movie. Like, they're so used to it. So now my daughters are just givers. And sometimes I have gotten mad at them, like, Tiffany, this is what you taught. But it just is what it is. So I would challenge anybody. I don't know what time it is, but I would challenge anybody out there this week to go beyond yourself. And whether you're at a restaurant, at a grocery store, I ain't saying you have to spend $10,000. I'm not saying you have to spend $100, but pay it forward. It really does bless people. And not for attention, just to pay it forward, just to say, hey, this is what I want to do for you today. And see, first of all, see what God does in your life, especially if you're a giver. See what he does. Because if you pay it forward, and sometimes what people don't understand when it comes to it, don't give out of something you don't want. Give out of your need. Giving out of need, man, I've seen God do things for me because I had 50 cents and I gave a quarter, knowing I couldn't spare that quarter. But somebody needed the quarter too, so I had to give it. So we both just gonna have 25 cents. It just is what it is. So I would tell anybody, if you're listening, for us on the cast, do a random thought. Do a random deed, this week. For somebody you absolutely have no idea, you don't know them at all. Just pay for their gas. Just do something random.
Yeah. She took care of it out of the day.
There you go. And what's funny about it, I used to always say, anytime that when we ever got a chance, we were all together, I just want to walk over somebody and pay for their groceries in the store.
Absolutely.
Like, be live and just go ahead and do it. But to follow Casey's lead, great segue to my thought. So, ladies and gentlemen, the great day of Father's Day is about to approach. Now, once again, I'm going to say, I need y'all to have that same
energy. I forgot we was live, my bad.
Okay? I need y'all to have that same shit. No, but what I want to do is the same thing that I did last year. I didn't get a chance to do it Mother's Day. Tell Jessica, Miss Roy, I have her Mother's Day gift. It's here.
She don't know. I'm trying to let her be surprised.
Good. I got her Mother's Day gift. Now, but what I want to do is, what I need from all the listeners, if you know somebody, send this, share this, whatever you want to do. KC gives y'all our email address all the time. It's at the4180@gmail.com. What I want you to do, I need you to send me, these are your options. Find me a brother, a single father that I know, and I know me and Bree know one because we go to church with him. We used to go to church with him. That brother takes care of his kids. But a brother who is taking care of his kids by himself. He's a good father. He may work a lot. He may do a lot of hours, but he actually puts in the time with his kids. That's one option. The other one is if there's a dad that is a great dad, like my boy Mystic. and that's a good day. You know, that's spending time with the kids. That's active in their life. I'm not talking about buying them J's every 2 weeks. Don't send me them because he gonna get embarrassed. But somebody who's actually doing the due diligence to be active in their child's life. That's one thing I can always say. Even with my uncles, I see that now, and that's how we were grown. That's how we grew up. Our parents were active in my life. Me and my father didn't always have the best relationship. It got better as time went on, thank God. But he was always active in my life. What I mean by that, he was a coach. Once I grew up to understand what love language was, him taking me to the junkyard, teaching me how to fix certain things, stuff around the house. It's like those things I can actually. They were benefits that I didn't even know at the time. At the time I was young, you know, when you're young and dumb, you just like, man, look, can I sleep? But these attributes he gave me, I'm actually using them now in certain things that I do, especially the attribute of discernment. My grandfather gave me that. I'm not saying it's not as strong as others, but that discernment, that to know, man, it's time for you to go. Or, nah, we're not going to do that today. That is a great gift. So what I like to do, if you know a man, a father, that is actually putting in work, and even if he sees his kids on the weekend, but he's active in their life, email us their name. What I'm going to do is have the ladies pick from these emails. And when you send an email, send a short paragraph. You ain't got to give us a list. Just a short paragraph.
No Dr. B.
No thesis statements.
No novels.
But we want to read those, and then we'll pick from there who that father would be. I got a chance to do this last year. A gentleman, a friend of mine by name Oscar Counts. He was one of the gentlemen that we blessed with a Father's Day gift, and it was so simple. And then what I asked is just name 3 things that he likes. It could be like a hat, if he like a candle, smell good stuff, whatnot. We'll take care of the gift. We just need you to submit the name. So that's what we're going to do for Father's Day. Pick 3, and we'll, if I can get everybody to be able to be, if everybody is here in town and not actually traveling, then maybe we can split the whole cast up in pieces of the cast and go to different houses. But that's something I would like to do. I'm always, and like Lucky Roy said earlier, being in a fraternity, in a sorority, the first thing you learn is community service. If you're not about community service, you're doing it for the wrong reason. Because when you go through this, you find out your founders were all about community service. My founders were part of the Niagara Falls, which now is what y'all call the NAACP. But that's a whole nother subject from here and there. But man, look, we hope you enjoyed the show, man. Hey, think about when next time you're on social media. How am I using it? How am I not using it? You also can, if you want to, thank you, Bree. You can also cash app us at $MASON 410 if you want to do it that way. If you want to donate something to the gift, hey, we'll be more happy to meet you somewhere and pick it up. Not coming to your house. I don't know you like that. So, but I will meet you somewhere and pick up the gift. Right, got to keep the ladies safe. You know what I'm saying? Just in case I can't go, they have to go. Even though Bree takes a little friend home where she go. Little black dog about this big. But man, look, we're gonna get out of here, man. We hope you enjoyed the show. We hope we gave something that that got placed on your mind. Maybe something to give you to think about. Maybe sit down and talk to your kids about it. Maybe you'll start like KC said, hey, you know what? I don't know, like Bree said, let's put the phones up. Let's do something at the family day. Let's talk. Let's have some conversation. So as we get out of here, you know how we do it. It's the last word. Go ahead, Bree. Beautiful topic. So I'm gonna start with you.
Oh, this was a good one, y'all. At first, I'm like, I just gonna get on here and just vent and just tell everybody everything. But it's a good conversation because social media, it's not all a bad thing. It's just you have to use it responsibly. I date my children. I'm a single mom, and I just have my girls here. My son is with his dad in LA. So even when he was here, I'll date my kids. We go out. We every week we go somewhere, try to do something. We have a movie night, or we do something. We get off those phones and we do something. And so my my encouragement to people is just whether you have kids or not, or you're in a relationship or not, or whatever, just take some time, some dedicated time to get off of your phones, get off of social media. Every year I do a social media fast where I don't do any interaction on social media for months at a time. And 1 year I did it. I didn't even get all my birthday wishes, but it was just something, it was refreshing to not have that burden on me of worrying about, what people posting on there, who arguing with who, and all the gossip and all that stuff. So just take some time, dedicate some time. If it's just 1 hour, put your phone on do not disturb, turn it off. Just give yourself some time to disconnect.
Lucky Roy.
Be authentic. Just be you. I know sometimes the people that we see in the mirror aren't who we like, but we need to learn to love that person, and then let other people learn to know that person, not the representative, but who you really are, because the only person you really fool is yourself.
KC.
Thank you all for joining in. Just use social media wisely. Again, it's your choice how you choose to use it. But don't ask me, am I happy? Because I am. You just don't need to see it on social media. And again, do something random this week for someone you absolutely have no idea who they are. We run into, how often do we see people? We have no clue. Gas station, grocery store, Dollar General, Ross, for Frankie and Kiki, who went and got those cute little dresses, and then, no, I'm just playing. But just I'm about to get a text. I'm about to get a text. But no, just randomly do something to bless somebody else's life. And then don't forget, on Friday, it's a national holiday. If you choose to take off, that works too. But May 21st is coming, guys. And
that
First of all, before y'all call in to work tomorrow, don't do that. Don't do that.
You gotta twerk. You gotta twerk on that.
She gonna twerk. She gonna twerk.
I'm twerking.
Oh, you know, we got some things for her birthday. Her birthday won't be the same after this week. Ain't that right, Frankie? Kiki. That's all I'm saying. And leave it there. Just be ready. You gonna have to take off on Monday by the time we through. Yeah. The big what? You turning 23?
21. Don't be rushing me.
Oh, okay. I thought you was gonna be a big girl. You're gonna be a big girl.
Yeah,
Man,
I'll be 25.
Okay, that's what's up. Nothing wrong with that. Look at that. 3 years old.
I'm lying. I didn't say don't lie. Thine own self be true, and I didn't lie. I'll be 48.
Looking
fabulously fine. 84.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I said 84. You missed it. Don't worry about it. Look, man, again, we appreciate y'all coming, man. Always go like the Facebook, go like the YouTube, share it with somebody. We want to enter everybody. We want to get everybody inside the midst of our family. We thank the ones who are always been faithful to watch. As usual, remember, man, the Juneteenth celebration is on the way. Y'all like our new photo? That's what the photo is going to be on the website. It's going to be beautiful, man. Make sure you invite everybody coming out there. We're going to have many different things going on, and we are about the community. And I want you to start using this hashtag now when you talk about the full 180 Convo. The hashtag is Your Black Role Matters. I want you to think about that. Think about how your Black role matters. No matter what state you're in right now, think about how your Black role matters. We got a plethora of panelists that we're going to talk about it with, state representative, doctors, community activists, things of that nature, and we have a lot of musical entertainment for you. You don't want to miss it. This is going to be great. So Bree, get ready, because you got to talk in front of all these people. Other than that, I live by two. Faith and fear cannot dwell in the same place, and forever while you're on this side till you get to the next side. Remember, man, always love, live, laugh. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Find time to hang out with your kids and just have a good time, because you never know when the next one gonna be your last. Other than that, man, we're gonna see y'all at Wednesday, same bat time, same bat channel. It's the full 180 Convo, transparent conversation. Tell somebody, because we're gonna have it right here on the full 180. We out.
Deuces.